Good morning. Welcome to Grandma B's Busy Life. I'm Brenda, and today is slow down and drink the coffee. So many times I rush around the house and I carry my coffee with me, and I never slow down to drink my coffee and relax. So one day a week, I sit down, I drink my coffee, and I have a little chat with you. If you're new here, I'm so glad to have you. If you find that you like this video, just give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I put out videos on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Tuesday and Saturday revolve around cooking, bargain shopping, being frugal, and gardening. Thursdays, as always, slow down and drink the coffee. If you're returning to my channel, thank you so much for your continued support. I really appreciate it. So today, I'm going to have a chat with you about stimulus money. I know that there is a lot surrounding this topic, but I'm just curious, how are you going to spend your stimulus money? I'm going to tell you how I'm going to spend my money and what I'm going to do with it, and talk to you about a few things that I've heard people saying that they're going to do with their stimulus money. I'm really grateful for this stimulus money. A year ago, when all things fell apart, my job stopped. I work for a curriculum company and I work on an at-will basis. When they need me, I work heavy. And when they don't, I don't have an income. And that's the contract I signed with them, and I knew that going into it. But what happened when everything shut down was that I did not have work. I go into schools and I train teachers, and when the schools closed, I wasn't able to go in and help the teachers. So I went about 4 months without an income, and that first and second stimulus came during that time, and I was grateful. It really did help me get through. I also spent some time developing a business, and I started selling breads and jams to my friends and family. That, combined with the stimulus, really helped me get through. I still struggled, and even now, a year later, I'm still trying to catch up, and it's been tough. But guess what's happening? In April, that's the season when I know that my company is going to need me less and less. So I'm not going to have a lot of work in April. So my $1,400 is going to living. I'm just going to put it into the bank and draw from it as I need it through April, just so I can pay my bills. I haven't asked all my kids how they're using it. One, my daughter, her car broke down, and how convenient that it broke down like 2 days before she got her stimulus money. So she's using that money to fix her car. And I wonder how many of you are forced to use your stimulus money just to get by, like me and like my daughter. I had a couple of teachers yesterday tell me that their students are telling them that as soon as their parents get the stimulus money, that they're going on vacation. I have mixed feelings about that. Right now I'm thinking about going on a girls' trip with my daughters and daughter-in-laws and all the kids. And the more I think about it, the more I think, maybe not now. I don't have fear. I'm not afraid to get sick. By the way, I got my shot yesterday, my first shot. And I feel good. I've had a couple people tell me, prepare to be feeling miserable tomorrow. I don't yet, but it is 6:30 in the morning, so I guess I've got all day to get there. My arm is a little sore, but I feel okay right now. I'm hoping I will long term. But back to what I was talking about, I don't have fear of getting sick. But I also know that there are people who have done the research and are telling us to just wait, give it more time. And so I'm thinking that going out on a girls' trip right now is not the best idea. So we were going to go in April, and now we've decided to move it to May. I guess we'll see in May what happens. Hopefully by then things have opened back up and we won't have as big of a concern. But This entire experience of this past year has taught me so much. One is I need better resources financially. I need multiple incomes. I need some gigs. I need some work that is not all tied to one place. I started my YouTube channel. I'm hoping at some point I can make some money doing this, and I have loved doing these videos. And I actually am trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of March. I know that's a huge challenge. Currently this morning I'm at 63. So if you haven't subscribed and you do enjoy my videos, I am asking you to consider to subscribe, just because it will bring me to that 100 subscribers as soon as possible. I'm hoping by the end of March. We'll see what happens. On the topic of the money that we're all getting, I did spend about $100 on pantry stocking up. Our local store does a case lot sale. Basically, it's a deep discounted sale on canned goods and packaged goods. And they do it every 6 months. And every 6 months I buy what I need to get me to the next 6 months. And actually I have a video coming out in the next couple of weeks explaining how I build my pantry and how I buy and how I decide what I need. And I don't have way too much of one thing and not enough of another. How do I keep track of all that? There is a video coming out in the next couple of weeks explaining all of that. So I did spend about $100 on that. And I went discount shopping and found some items. Just a minute, I need a coffee break. Other than that, the rest of my money is going into savings, and I'll draw on it throughout April. The beautiful thing is, though, I would not have to buy any groceries in April if I didn't want to. Milk and eggs are the biggest thing that I would want to buy. I do have powdered milk, and I'm not opposed to drinking it or baking with it. Eggs are the biggest struggle for me. You know, I wish I had a Harvest Right freeze dryer. I want one so bad. Any of you want a freeze dryer? I know they're expensive, but like the cheap ones are $2,500. I want one so bad. I would love to have some freeze-dried eggs that I can just add water to and whisk up and scramble, or that I can add water to and put into a recipe. And not just eggs, like what else would I do? Everything. I watch freeze dryer videos all the time on YouTube. I love them. I really want a freeze dryer. I'm just not in the position to buy one yet, but I want one. As soon as I get back to even and I can start saving money again, I want a freeze dryer. Well, first I want a house. I mean, a house that I buy. I want to buy a house. So that's the first bit. And then the second bit, freeze dryer. I would freeze dry everything. I guess I have a lot of wants. I don't need the freeze dryer, but it will help me build my supply of things that I can eat when I don't have money. Currently though, if I could live without eggs, well, actually I have 4 dozen eggs in my fridge. So counting the 4 dozen eggs and having to use powdered milk, if Grandpa B and I ate nothing else other than what we have in our home, we could probably eat for 6 months. If we shut the doors and never left home, we could eat for about 6 months. Again, in my video coming up, I'll show you how I got to that point. It wasn't overnight. I didn't go to the store and buy 6 months worth of groceries. I can't afford to do that. I'm too frugal to do that. So, what am I doing with my stimulus money? I'm saving it. I'm saving it because I'm gonna have to pay bills, and I'm not going to be working much in April. I don't work much in April because it's spring break, and if there aren't teachers in school, there aren't teachers to teach. So I am saving mine. I would love to hear in the comments what you plan to do with your stimulus money. So before I go, I want to show you, first I have to have coffee. I want to show you something. My granddaughter Scarlett said that I needed flowers on my table. So let me tell you, I was watching Cynthia at Our Big's Adventure, and she redid her decorations. She took down the Valentine stuff and put up the spring stuff, and she put a fresh tablecloth and a thing of flowers on her table. Well, my granddaughter Scarlett was here with me that day, and she said, "Grandma B, you need flowers on your table." I said, "Yes, I do." So we went to the store, and this is what she picked out for me, and it didn't have any flowers on it at the time, but look how pretty it is. It makes me so happy, and I have a little tulip coming in right there. Can you see the little bulb in there? So cute. So that's what Scarlett picked out for me, and it's sitting on my kitchen table, and I walk in here in the mornings and I'm so happy to see it. So Scarlett, if you're watching, thank you. I had so much fun with her and her little brother Sterling. She also insisted that her mom and her aunties had flowers on their table too. So we ended up buying 4 things of flowers. One for Auntie Kim, one for Auntie Ashley, and one for her mom. We had a good time. Thank you for joining me for coffee this morning. Please leave in the comments how you plan to spend your stimulus money. Have a great day. Remember, take time to slow down and drink your coffee and enjoy some time just relaxing. Thank you for having a chat with me. See you again soon.